if I told you there's one action, a single, quiet shift that leaves the narcissist questioning everything they thought they knew about you? It's not loud, it's not vengeful, it doesn't demand their attention, and yet it changes everything. A narcissist thrives in a world of control, a stage where they are the director, and you are the unwitting actor. They orchestrate situations to provoke reactions, anger, despair, confusion. But what they never expect is for you to rewrite the script, for you to step off their stage entirely. This isn't about fighting back in the way they expect. This isn't about screaming louder or playing their game. This is about something far more powerful: emotional mastery. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." The narcissist wants your thoughts to be consumed by them. But when you reclaim your inner world, you create a reality where their influence fades into nothingness. Number 1. The unseen strength, breaking free from the invisible chains. The chains a narcissist uses are not made of steel. They are woven from doubt, fear, and the need for validation. They are subtle, often invisible, yet they hold a grip stronger than anything physical. Breaking free from these chains begins not with confrontation, but with clarity. Epictetus reminds us, "No man is free who is not master of himself." The narcissist wants you to believe that your worth is tied to their approval. They condition you to seek their praise, to fear their disapproval. But true freedom lies in recognizing that their opinions are not truths, they are manipulations. The moment you stop seeking their validation, the chains begin to crack. When you realize that your value is intrinsic, not something they can give or take away, you start to reclaim your power. This is not an overnight transformation. It is a process of self-reflection, of rebuilding your confidence piece by piece. And as you do, their control begins to slip away. Number 2. The narcissist's weakness. Narcissists project an image of invincibility, a facade of perfection. But beneath this surface lies a deep insecurity, an emptiness they desperately try to hide, even from themselves. When you stop reacting, when you refuse to play their game, you become a mirror reflecting their true self. This is their greatest fear, to be seen as they truly are, without the mask of control. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It is not the things themselves that disturb men, but their judgments about these things." Your silence forces them to confront the judgments they've avoided. They cannot tolerate the quiet strength of someone who no longer feeds their ego. In this space of non-reaction, they are left with only themselves, a reality they are ill-equipped to face. This is not about revenge, it's about reclaiming your energy and refusing to let their shadows define your light. Number 3. The shift they never expected, prioritizing your inner peace. To a narcissist, your attention is their lifeline. Whether positive or negative, it feeds their sense of control. But when you shift your focus inward, prioritizing your peace above all else, you take away the fuel that sustains them. Seneca advised, "If you wish to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." The narcissist will try to frame your detachment as weakness or failure, but in truth, it is your greatest strength. By choosing calm over chaos, by valuing your serenity over their drama, you send a message they cannot ignore. You are untouchable. This shift is not easy. It requires discipline and a deep commitment to yourself. But as you learn to protect your peace, you begin to see the narcissist for what they truly are, a fleeting storm in the vast sky of your life. And with each passing day, their power diminishes, replaced by the quiet confidence that comes from living in alignment with your values. Number 4. The art of detachment, freedom through self-control. Detachment is the weapon they never see coming. A narcissist thrives on your emotional involvement, your willingness to argue, explain, or defend. But when you detach, not out of spite, but out of wisdom, you step into a realm where their actions can no longer reach you. Epictetus taught us, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This principle is the cornerstone of Stoic thought and the undoing of the narcissist's schemes. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring, it means you stop carrying their chaos. You observe without absorbing, you engage without entangling. This disarms them entirely. They rely on your emotional reactions to validate their importance. But when you approach their provocations with calm curiosity instead of outrage or despair, you become an enigma, unreachable, unshakable, free. Number 5. Rewriting your narrative, the power of self-definition. A narcissist's greatest tool is the ability to define you, your worth, your emotions, your reality. They craft a narrative where you are always at fault, always less than. But the moment you take control of your own story, their grip begins to crumble. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Rewriting your narrative starts with recognizing their words for what they are, projections, not truths. Their insults are reflections of their own insecurities. Their criticisms are attempts to dim your light so they can feel brighter. Your story is yours to tell. You are not the weak, desperate character they tried to make you believe you were. You are resilient, courageous, and whole. And as you reclaim this truth, you find a strength that no narcissist can take away. Number 6. The narcissist's greatest fear, your emotional independence. Narcissists operate in a world of emotional dependence, where they need your validation to feel whole. The more you need them, the stronger their hold on you. But the moment you become emotionally independent, when your sense of self is no longer tethered to their approval, they lose their power. Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." The narcissist's control hinges on their ability to manipulate your emotions. When you break free from that cycle and learn to govern your emotional landscape, you expose their tactics for what they are: fragile and unsustainable. When you choose to no longer rely on their affection or recognition, you step into the realm of true freedom. You are no longer a puppet on their string. You become the master of your own emotional domain. The narcissist, faced with your independence, is left with the realization that their influence was always conditional. They never had power over you. They only had power as long as you believed in their control. Number 7. The silent victory. Mastering the art of non-engagement. There is strength in silence, especially when dealing with a narcissist. They thrive on conflict, on drama, on anything that keeps the spotlight on them. But when you refuse to engage, when you step back and allow their behavior to play out without your participation, you send a message far more powerful than any argument or confrontation. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." Your actions speak louder than words. By choosing to remain calm, collected, and unshaken, you demonstrate that their provocations have no effect on you. This silence is not weakness. It is strength. It is the ability to let them shout into the void while you remain grounded in your peace. And as they continue to chase after empty validation, you move forward, calm, centered, and in full control of your life. Number 8. The power of emotional discipline. Turning pain into strength. The narcissist believes they can control your emotions, that they can push your buttons and watch you react. But what they fail to realize is that true emotional discipline is a fortress that no external force can break. As Epictetus said, it's not things themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them. When you learn to detach from their provocations and instead view their behavior as a reflection of their own turmoil, the emotional charge fades. The pain they try to inflict is no longer yours to carry. This emotional discipline is not a denial of your feelings. It is the ability to process them without letting them control you. It's recognizing that your peace is more important than their power, and choosing to rise above their attempts to drag you into the storm. The narcissist expects you to crumble under their attacks, to be consumed by anger, sadness, or resentment. But when you turn their poison into fuel for your inner strength, you not only deny them satisfaction, but you also transform yourself into someone who cannot be touched by their negativity. Number 9. The final revelation. Freedom is living without their shadow. The ultimate victory is not in their defeat, but in your freedom. When you stop measuring your worth by their standards, when their approval no longer holds any weight in your life, you step into a space where only your truth matters. Number 10. The importance of consistency. Building resilience over time. When breaking free from the grip of a narcissist, it's easy to expect instant results. We may believe that one act of detachment, one confrontation, will be enough to release us from their influence. But the truth is that resilience is built slowly, one decision at a time. As Marcus Aurelius wisely observed, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. The path to freedom from a narcissist is not a single moment of strength, but a consistent commitment to your peace. Every time you choose to remain calm in the face of their manipulation, you strengthen the fortress of your mind. Every time you refuse to engage in their drama, you reinforce your emotional independence. This consistency is the key to building an unshakable sense of self. Just as an athlete builds strength through regular training, you build resilience by consistently choosing to rise above their tactics. Over time, these small decisions add up, creating a life where the narcissist's attempts to control you are no longer effective. Number 11. A life without their drama, creating space for peace and growth. The most profound transformation happens when you realize that life is not meant to revolve around their drama. Narcissists thrive on chaos, on keeping the focus on themselves, on creating constant conflict to ensure they remain the center of attention. But you have the power to step out of this cycle. By withdrawing your energy from their theatrics, you create space for your own growth. Your life becomes about what you want to achieve, the relationships that bring you joy, and the peace that comes from living authentically. Seneca once said, "A good character is not formed in a week or a month. It is created little by little, day by day." As you focus on cultivating your own character, on becoming the best version of yourself, you free yourself from the narcissist's grip. The more you invest in your own peace and development, the less their drama can affect you. Ultimately, this process of detachment and self-growth creates a life of fulfillment. No longer burdened by their toxicity, you are free to pursue your passions, deepen your connections, and live a life aligned with your values. Seneca wisely noted, "He who is brave is free." This is the final revelation. The narcissist's power over you was never real. It was only as strong as your belief in it. And now that you've shed their influence, you stand tall, unburdened, and free. Freedom is not about escaping conflict or confrontation. It's about finding peace in the face of adversity. It's about knowing that you are not at the mercy of others' actions. The narcissist may never understand your strength, your peace, or your emotional discipline. But that's okay, because this journey was never for them. It was for you. And now, as you walk forward, you leave their shadow behind, embracing a life that is yours to live fully and freely. What are your views on this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I will personally read all of your comments. And if you seriously want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Stay strong. Until next time.